You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back. Rodrance for our Black and White Sports 2. We're going to talk about C.J. Stroud, Jalen Ramsey, Brady Quinn, and Ryan Clark of ESPN. Jalen Ramsey, Ryan Clark are attacking Brady Quinn this morning for comments he made on what looks to be some kind of a podcast. Now, Brady is, of course, a former great NC2A college quarterback. Things did not work out in the NFL. I don't know why that argument gets used against Brady Quinn or anybody, because the league is full of really damn good coaches that never were either backups, never played. Sean Payton, considered an offensive guru, never played in the NFL. So I don't know. Some of our best analysts never played in the NFL. It just is what it is. Dan Orlovsky, great at his job. He once ran out of the back of the end zone during a football game. Does anybody remember that? Didn't know where he was, ran right out of the back of the end zone. One of the best at breaking down NFL quarterbacks. It just sort of is what it is. Now, let's get to C.J. Stroud. I think he's got real potential to be a pretty good quarterback in the NFL, but his stock has seemed to be dropping over the last couple weeks. And Michael Lombardi, I know, has real reservations about C.J. Stroud, former NFL GM, and Brady Quinn went on a podcast last night, and we're going to watch this video, and let's just get to this story. As always, all of our audio from all of our videos is available wherever you get your podcast. Let's check out what Brady Quinn said that has now set the world on fire and gone viral. 768,000 views.
And then there's some other stuff about interviews. And maybe, for example, the Manning Passing Academy, I'd been told that, he committed to it the night before, just kind of ghosted him, didn't show up. That's football royalty. And when you do that, that's going to kind of set off some alarms for people of like, hey, man, that's not how you conduct yourself, especially around the Manning family or just in general if you're going to be a franchise quarterback. So, look, I still...
Okay, so that's the comment he made right there that Brady Quinn made, and it has set the world on fire, okay? This is Larry Brown Sports. Quinn serves as an analyst for CBS Sports, spoke with Will Brinson and Katie Mox for an interview. He talked about what teams may or may not see in Stroud. I would guess he's going to be the second quarterback off the draft board. Now, to give you some context, this is the Manning Passing Academy. Okay, it's one of the most highly respected sort of quarterback schools that a lot of these quarterbacks go through. The Manning Passing Academy is a highly respected camp that was founded by Archie Manning and has been going on for 26 years. Being invited to serve as a counselor is a high honor that comes with the promise of connecting a player with some of the most accomplished coaches and quarterbacks in football. A June 2022 story from the Columbus Dispatch said Stroud was going to serve as a counselor for the event. Though Quinn shared that anecdote, he complimented Stroud's character and said he believes Stroud is a good prospect. Okay, so let's get to the rest of that.
Still view him as the second quarterback that should be taken in this draft class. He's the most accurate quarterback in this draft class. He showcased the athleticism and ability. Anytime I've been around the kid, he's been an upstanding young man who's grown and matured into the leader that I think NFL teams are looking for. So, some of that stuff. And as far as the system he plays and all the talent he plays around, he can't help that. He just can deliver the ball like he has and put up the numbers that he did. So I think he'll be the number 2 quarterback taken, but there is some talk right now, and maybe it's smoke screens, who knows, that maybe some other teams are saying, well, wait a second, if Richardson has a higher ceiling, maybe he makes more sense for us to take if we can.
Okay. Now, it's kind of weird because race has been brought up in this, by the way. But yet he goes on to talk about Anthony Richardson. Now, what's being lost in all this, in Jalen Ramsey losing his mind and Ryan Clark losing his mind, is that Brady Quinn actually praises him. Right after the Manning thing, he praises C.J. Stroud, says he's probably going to be the second quarterback, said he's the most accurate quarterback in the draft. all that has gotten lost now, right? All of it's gotten lost. Jalen Ramsey, who forced his way out of the Los Angeles Rams organization, came out and said this: fake story. Trying to break a kid down before the draft is lame, especially for not going to a camp that I'm sure he wasn't getting paid for. Is it always about money? And instead, working with his teammates. Plus, at Brady Quinn, you was a bust. Shut up. You should have went to the passing academy or two. God bless, though. Nah, take your God bless, shove it up your ass, man. Ryan Clark, C.J. Stroud never committed to attending the Manning camp. He chose to work with his teammates at Ohio State instead before his final season. He wasn't paid to go. Again, Ryan Clark and this money. Furthermore, at Brady Quinn, what does acquiescing to the Manning family have to do with leading an organization? Okay, well, look, it's kind of weird. Is that where we're at, where we don't realize the significance of the Manning family to the NFL? I mean, you're probably talking about the most respected family in all of the NFL, and these guys don't have the... Jalen Ramsey and Ryan Clark lack the self-awareness to understand that's a big deal. He was... Look, it says it's a high honor to be invited, and the Mannings thought good enough of C.J. Stroud to invite him, and he ghosted them? And when you say ghosted, that means, hey, I agreed to go, and then decided to just not show up. That's not a good look, okay? And people are asking, well, why does this matter? Well, one, it's the Mannings. And yeah, the Mannings, it is football royalty, whether anybody wants to like it or not. It is a thing. Sorry, not sorry. All right, you're talking about Peyton, Eli, Archie, and now Arch, who is already the number one prospect in all of college football outside of Caleb Williams. Arch Manning is going to be the next big thing. It is what it is. Okay? This is crazy. This is, and I'm going to tell you why it's pertinent to the NFL draft conversation. It's about commitment and follow through to said commitment. And if you think teams are not worried about a quarterback committing to do something when they're going to pay millions and millions of dollars, committing to do something and then ghosting the Manning family and not following through with that commitment, if you think that's not an issue, maybe that's not a Brady Quinn problem. Maybe that's a you and a C.J. Stroud problem. Because, yeah, I can tell you right now, it's significant. And also, the word coming out of, I've heard on various podcasts from insiders, yada, 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 that C.J. Stroud hasn't interviewed so well with teams. And teams are concerned about whether or not he's going to buy in to what it is an NFL team wants out of their quarterback. Some have said he seems like he's going to be, a quote-unquote, tough to coach. I believe that was Michael Lombardi that said that. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is who said that. I don't think Brady Quinn is trying to... He's got no dog in the hunt. That's the thing. Why do people think this is a personal issue or even a race issue? That's ridiculous. He's not trying to break down C.J. Stroud in the draft. He's got no reason to. But Brady Quinn would be irresponsible to have heard this kind of information and not have brought it out in the light. Okay, then Brady Quinn is not doing his job. He's not. And that kills me. And this goes back to Jalen Ramsey saying that was fake news. Well, where did we see that? The June 2022 story from the Columbus Dispatch said Stroud was going to serve as a counselor for the event. Okay, well, Jalen Ramsey, that doesn't look like a fake story now, does it? I mean, that doesn't sound like a fake story. And look, Ryan Clark, twisted again. This is an example of an analyst like Brady Quinn telling stories of zero value to diminish a man's character while validating his own. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's a stupid-ass lie. He's got no reason to try to break down C.J. Stroud's character or try to hurt him in the draft. What would be... Brady Quinn woke up with the vendetta of bringing down C.J. Stroud. Dumb, stupid, ignorant. That's ignorant. Instead of dissecting film or speaking to coaches, an adult man stooped to gossip while analyzing. It's an immature evaluation of football integrity. Really? Because all you do is virtue signal and run your mouth about things like race. And you want to talk about people using valid arguments? You ignorant fool. Okay, whatever. It's ridiculous. And look, here we go. The NFL invents new ways to denigrate black quarterbacks prior to each draft. Can't read defenses, can't play in the pocket, should be willing to switch to wide receiver if a team player, no father in the home, doesn't interview well. Stood up to the Mannings. Stood up the Mannings. Okay, stood up the Mannings is not following through with your commitment to have done something. I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's crazy. Brady Quinn's under attack. I think it's valid. I think it's valid to be talking about this kind of thing. I do. Sorry, not sorry, but I do think it's valid. And so I may have not have switched my screen over there. It doesn't matter. It's all on Twitter. It should be noted, by the way, Jalen Ramsey and C.J. Stroud and Deshaun Watson all have the same agent, David Mugoletta. Okay, now we know all the headache that Deshaun and his agent caused the Houston Texans, to the point, and that's one of the issues here, or may very well be one of the issues that we're hearing, is C.J. Stroud's choice of agent and why the Texans are like, why do we want to go through that mess again? I mean, now you're finding out this kid may have committed to the Mannings and didn't follow through. If Ryan Clark and Jalen Ramsey lacked the self-awareness to realize that not honoring a commitment to the Manning family is significant in the NFL, I mean, who should really be the analyst here? I mean, think about it. Dumb is dumb. That's dumb. Come on, man. I mean, yeah, come on, man. Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. They thought enough. Maybe that should be the real story. They thought enough of C.J. Stroud to offer him a counselor position at the Manning Academy. They must have thought he was a pretty good kid. And then he F's them. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, great draft pick. Yeah, I'd pass too, to be honest with you. I would. And everybody will talk about black quarterbacks. Bryce Young's going to be the number 1 overall pick in the draft. You want to know what he is? Black. Just saying. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.